Darrell, is it Doucette the third, the QB of the USA national flag football team, says that flag football players, and quote, deserve their opportunity to play for Team USA in the 2028 Los Angeles Games.
Hold on, let me be clear. So this is a regular flag football guy.
Yeah, yes. He's like their main quarterback for the team, like, you know, for all the league lead up to this point. Prior to us getting news, was it last week that
now they're mad that the NFLs are going to be picked up over him.
Basically, yes. And he's saying it shouldn't be no automatic where Patrick Mahomes shouldn't just come here and just take his job, or Kyler Murray shouldn't just take his job. Like, they should have a chance to play because they helped push it to this point.
It goes back to my point, Steve. Take the L out of this thing. And that's what it is. Like, let's be honest. Now it's turned into a mockery. This is a mockery. But go ahead, Steve. I got to get your take.
I don't know what to really think. I'm not even so sure why flag football is in the Olympics. I don't watch the Olympics really anymore. I haven't for at least the last 4, maybe 5.
Really?
But I kind of see their point. And if I'm a National Football League franchise, I actually don't want my guys participating. I still remember Robert Edwards blowing out his knee during the Pro Bowl at the beach, during a beach flag football game, basically ruined his career.
Yeah.
And, you know, the teams, I want my guys playing in real games, nothing else. I pay you a lot of money. You're making good, I don't say generational wealth, but you're making some coin here. Last thing I want you is blowing out a hamstring or blowing out an Achilles playing flag football.
I brought this up. Shaun Salisbury was at that Pro Bowl when Edwards blew his shit out in a flag football game in some sand. Remember the sand pit? I don't know. This is not something in 30 years, Steve. You and I and Shaun Salisbury and Eric Weller around the fire talking about. Remember when fucking Johnny spun move and I dove and I missed the flag and he scored to win the gold? I don't think we're fucking talking about that shit in 20 years. I wouldn't want that gold medal for nothing. That's not the gold medal I want to hang over my mantle. I'll take the gold if I can melt it down and sell it. Other than that, there's no way that this is the gold that I'm going to hang my family heirloom legacy over.
Jason, let me ask you this then, Jason, because obviously longtime coach and player, Jason.
Joke.
Were you, and correct me if I'm wrong, like, did you believe in 7-on-7 at a point in time when you were coaching? Like, did you believe there was
a coach? No, we only did 9-on-7. Asking any of my players in here.
I'm just asking. I'm not trying to.
No. I put a center and 2 tackles with 2 D ends and a nose guard, and the nose guard can go one of 2 ways. And the 2 defensive ends only could take an upfield to pass rush, not inside. This wasn't a twist game. This was just to get tackles and D ends work. Right. Center and nose. Center snapping the ball with a guy over his face. And the quarterback to work the pocket and make sure we're reading coverage.
But in reality, though, it was 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Like,
now, on the back row, it's 7-on-7.
Right. Like, your DNs aren't about to hit the quarterback. They're
no.
Build a pocket.
I want the QB to step up in the pocket, move, manipulate, work this shit. Nowadays, we snap the ball to a guy. He don't even take a fucking drop, and he's throwing 2 yards from the line of scrimmage. The ball's going to be batted in a game.
Right.
But that's what we're teaching. That's what we're teaching now. So no, 7-on-7 is not going to do anything. I would argue it's actually going to create bad habits. And then you're going to have guys doing things that you aren't going to do in a real game. And you're going to get now we're going to get more and more of what became a fad. And that's the ad lib quarterback in the NFL. Sidearm, under, jump, pass, bullshit that you saw Patrick Mahomes make famous. And everyone's like, oh shit, it's a new thing. No, it's not.
Well, I have a question. Is there any proof that NFL players are significantly better than the guys who do 3-on-3 flag football all the time?
There's no proof. And that's a great point, Steve.
Steve, Shaun Salisbury and I said last week.
It's a different sport, kind of. Like,
and this is the take I want to get from both of you. I think you can get the best modern day, Bosco, fucking IMG, some dudes out of Gorman in Vegas, and you can win the Olympics with the best high school players in America playing flag football. There's no question. You definitely can win it with the JUCO players in America, and you definitely can win with the D1 players in America. So why do we need NFL players to do this? We got more than enough players out here that can win this thing, and you don't put your $150 million, $300 million people at risk. Shaun Salisbury made a great point. Put Roger Goodell's name on some contractual obligations that says if a guy gets hurt, I owe or I do something. Because what's going to happen is he's going to say, oh, we're going to trial and error this thing. And when fucking Jefferson blows out his meniscus, knock on wood, now he'll come back and say, oh, we're not going to put NFL players anymore. No, you did this, though, Roger Goodell. You allowed this to happen. You allowed the vote to even occur by the owners. Because that's what's going to say. Smitty, everybody in the chat, well, the owners voted on it. Roger Goodell works for the owners. Roger Goodell slated this thing, and the owners had to vote on it. If it wasn't never put on a ballot, the owners would have never voted for it. Roger Goodell put that out there.
True, but hold on real quick, though. At the end of the day, though, it's on the players, though. These are grown-ass men. They know how much money they make. They know what their contracts are. Their players aren't being forced to play. They're just giving them the option to play. I'm looking forward. I can't wait to kind of see, like, which players are actually going to want to participate. Because to your guys' point, I don't know if the Justin Jeffersons of the world, and I know he was standing next to Roger Goodell, but I don't know if the Justin Jeffersons of the world are going to be the ones that go and play, or the Jamar Chase, and maybe so. Maybe the superstar guys will play, but it could just be the guys who are, third on the depth chart, who barely gets any playing time outside of special teams, and they want a chance to go out there and get a gold medal. So, like,
this is the same guy that put Black Lives Matter in the end zones, and racism got worse. But guess what? That's the guy we're reading. We're looking up to. Get the fuck out of here. This guy's a joke.
That point, though, like, I know.
Wait, nobody's talking about how much money Roger Goodell makes. By the way, about $80 million a year. No one talks about his salary. He should.
I mean, he's the commissioner of the NFL. I'm not mad at that. That's not making me mad. Like,
I'm not tripping on what he makes. I'm not tripping on what he makes. I'm tripping on what the hell he does to make that money.
But if the owner voted for this, then I mean, to the chat's point, it is what it is. Like, these are the owners of the teams. They don't mind it.
Smitty, the owners didn't put this on the docket to be voted on. The owners vote.
But they still voted for it, though. Like, if they didn't like it, they could have said no.
Yeah, I don't know. Steve, I agree with you. I think anyone can go out there. And I don't know. It's like the big three, or not even big three. What they used to do, you know how, remember, Steve, back in the day at Venice Beach, what's his name from above the rim? Leon took his two crew, 3-on-3. They went around and they beat Magic Johnson and his two at Venice way back in the 90s. I remember watching that game. We went to Venice to watch it. It was big time. Leon could hoop, by the way, Smitty. I don't know if you knew that. But Leon, back in the day before Above the Rim came out, the movie, he was actually real deal hooper. And his team would go around the country and win these 3-on-3 tournaments. And Magic was retired. And after the AIDS thing, he actually played. And his team, they played in the finals at Venice, and Leon's team won. Look it up. But anyway.
Yeah, no, I believe you. No, Steve made a good point. Like,
yeah, to Steve's point, there might be some fucking flag football ballers.
Flag is different in the NFL. So, like, certain movements, certain just nuances of the game, these guys, like, they take it seriously. This is their profession.
But still, though, take the L out. That's what this is for a gold medal. I don't agree.